It's time to keep track. Here are the final stats.
Nigel, do you want to hit us with the old curse tracker?
Yeah, there's an ambiguous one, which I think I'm just going to count because there aren't any other curses. But one use of hell when he's singing in the car in his little song about this hell that I'm living. Because I kind of don't count it when it's hell talking about an actual literal place. But why not? There's no other curses that he has in it because he's sort of, he doesn't swear. There are people swear in the movie, but he doesn't swear any other time in it. So, yeah, we'll count it. One use of hell. So we're starting off this season with 740 total curses.
Our Satanist doesn't curse. Right?
Yeah.
That feels like it could be another thing where Cage is just like, you know what would be interesting?
Right.
If he never curses throughout the whole movie.
It does make now that I think about it, it's kind of weird. Why would he want to be free of the hell that he's living? Maybe because he wants to go to the actual hell to be with Satan, or he's trapped in. He doesn't actually want to be and go to hell, but he knows it's what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe that's, he has that moment with that little kid in the craft store or whatever, and she makes fun of him and makes him feel bad. And then in the car, he's like, God, I wish I could be free of this.
Yeah.
In his weird falsetto way. A lot of layers to this movie. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface.
No. I like that what you said about the director saying, well, in my mind, Lee is free, but I like when they leave ambiguous endings because at that point, it's like the truest expression of art. Like, here's what I wanted to do. Here's how I presented it, but now you do whatever. You interpret it however you want. That's the whole point of art. It's a back and forth between the artist and the audience. So
right,
leave it up to you to interpret it however you feel like.
Yeah,
and I've done my job.
Even though he says that she's free, that's just how he sees it.
Yeah,
the story's ended, so he doesn't know. I mean, there's no further story. We came into her life at this point. We left her life at this point, and his perception of that character is she's free now, but who's to say that circumstances don't change that down the road? I mean, there's it's ambiguous, and that's what I liked about it, which is probably what other people didn't like about it.
After she adopts Ruby, and she has to keep that doll in an attic somewhere. Okay, so runtime on this one was 101 minutes, which you wouldn't know by the 3-hour episode that we did on this movie, but pretty short. Yeah. 101 minutes sandwiches it between The Wicker Man and Valley Girl. The Wicker Man just kind of ties into it. It's similar, I guess. Nudity, there was none that I noticed. There was almost nudity with the mom who puts that knife against her stomach, but I guess doesn't slash herself. State and country tracker. This is our second time going to Oregon, which is funny. It's the second time that Cage has worked with Neon, and both movies have been set in Oregon. I don't know if that's something Neon does normally, or I don't know. It's interesting. Coincidence. Pig was the other time that we went. Budget versus gross. We don't have a full on this is definitely the budget, but around 10 million. They said under 10 million. I'm just going to call it 10 million, which I think is what we did on Dream Scenario as well. But it grossed $127 million, which is a substantial windfall. One of the biggest turnarounds for investment in all of the movies that we've talked about. Aside from Valley Girl, which I think was like $150,000 or $250,000 or something like that, and made $17 million. Yeah, which is a huge return on investment. But this one was pretty substantial. That brings our grand total up to $1.975.5 billion budget with a $4.716.1 billion gross. Jesus. About to hit $2 billion on the budget and $5 billion on the gross. Insane. Not even halfway through. As far as top grossing films, this is pretty high up there. This is, I think, the 13th highest, which is kind of fitting, 13. On funny. The 13th is when the last murder happened. That's awesome. Sandwiched between Nick's last highest grossing film in his career up to this point, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, which made 132.6, and The Family Man, which made 124.7. Damn. So right in between those two. Ratings, this is our 29th R-rated film. Far and away the leader on that. And I don't think that we're going to have any more PG films probably the rest of our run. I don't know. There could be a few, but that I know of, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. And that leads us over to the Cage Kill Tracker.
Well, it's been a while since we've had a lot to do here. So I had to go out and do some research on this and kind of see what the consensus is. So the agreed total number of kills for Longlegs, and again, I mean, we're in that gray area, but the total number of victims because of his actions on the behalf of the devil, people agreed it was 15, which would bring us up to 221 for total kills throughout the whole series that we've done. And we finally had a death. It's been a hot second. He smashed his face real good on that stainless steel table. Which brings us up to
death
60.
we had was in the Crudes, right? No. Yeah.
In Dream Scenario, when he just fucking shotgunned his brains out. That was a weird ending, dude. I wasn't expecting that.
We did count a kill in Dream Scenario because he shot himself with an arrow, if you remember.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so 221 kills over the duration of our podcast and 16 deaths now.